Hello and welcome back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Vaedren here, my agent. And where we last left off, we have civil war on the horizon between the various Mandalorian clans. Those of course who follow Mandalore, the current Shae Vizla, and this Field Marshall Heta Kol, who attacked the Spirit of Vengeance 2 and claimed the Kadera banner. Why? We don't exactly know. We know that she feels the Mandalorians aren't being true Mandalorians, and she seems to be following the path of the Neo-Crusaders. Yet, we don't know why she was after the banner in particular. I have a suspicion that she's somehow related to Torian, perhaps? Though Torian could have been killed due to our choices earlier during the battle against the Eternal Empire, and I don't know what effect that may have had. That's just a theory. But we have also heard rumours that there is other trouble brewing on the Outer Rim. We've been asked by Kira and Scourge to meet with them once again. But before we go have a word, there is plenty of mail. We have a message here from Darth Rivix, thanking us for hosting him at our headquarters on Odessen. Of course, we were warned that he has some unusually persuasive charisma around him. Xenia here, thanking us in helping her gain closure. Closure with Vaedren as well. Feel free to pause and read these fully yourself if you so wish. And we have a message from Arkan in regards to moving forward. Now that the last traces of Valkorion are gone, I feel like I can finally breathe. You will forever have my gratitude for ridding the galaxy with my father's presence. I believe we have an update from Satele Shan. There is, a curious development that followed when Satele and her students returned to Coruscant. Oh, we thought Trad and Syl were both dead, but Syl was still alive. I can't claim to know the will of the Force. I only know that there must be a good reason for Syl to have been returned to us. Oh, I hope that some essence of the Emperor hasn't been transferred into that Jedi and is just laying low. Oh, that would be horrible. How many times must we put you down, Valkorion? We have, of course, a message from Scourge. Now that we put down his former master. So Scourge is offering his and Kira's services, should we require them. A new message from Darth Rivix here. I've heard through the rumor mill about a certain someone's recent encounter with the last vestiges of our former emperor. From the sound of things, I must personally thank you for crossing an item off my ever-growing list of things to do. The servants, or whatever was left of them, were relics of an era that many of us in the Empire do not wish to revisit anytime soon. And now something about a budget anomaly. Ilo and I have recently stumbled upon a particular anomaly that we were hoping you could shed some light on. It seems that whenever you personally take point on a mission, we overshoot the allocation in the Alliance's budget for light spacecraft by a considerable amount. Digging down into the specific line items shows where the credits are going, and it's mostly shuttle repairs and replacement. Yeah, well, for the most part you can blame Ferren. I think Ferren is the worst pilot we've ever seen. He tends to crash or damage the ships that he's piloting. Let's head back over to Alliance operations. We seem to be finding small problems that we're having to deal with rather than one larger problem at this present point in time.
Welcome to the party, Commander. Not much of one today, since everyone is busy rushing around.
We're receiving countless requests from across the galaxy. Most are handled simply enough.
Yeah, but some of those asks are draining our supplies as fast as we get them. Hypermatter, people, ammo, even food. It's getting hard to keep up.
Is there anything we can do about it?
Get more of, well, everything. People, ships, fuel, time. You know, the easy stuff.
We simply have to do more with less. We have some proposed solutions, but there are recent developments that we should discuss first. Sana Ray and I, along with the members of our Force Enclave here on Odessen, have kept a watchful eye for any further signs of Valkorian's influence.
I really miss the days when dead people stayed dead.
We are hopeful. The Force feels different, lighter somehow, as if Valkorian's very existence was a weight that none of us recognized. Our Enclave, the Voss, I'm told that even SWTOR students have felt the change. It seems our ancient enemy is well and truly gone. Unsurprisingly, anyone sensitive to it felt that shift. The question now is, how do we proceed?
Do you have a recommendation?
I suggest keeping the members of our Enclave vigilant for any sign of him. Best not to take any chances.
So, on to the Mandalorians. It's a pretty crazy time for them. Shae Vizla's taken down half the Darmanda on Meksha, but hasn't gotten any closer to this Field Marshall Kol. Indigo never was a hands-on manager. Probably didn't even know his people were involved.
As promised, Jakaya Ordo has been aiding our operations in Shae's place. Despite the turmoil in the clans, he's helped us secure escorts for our cargo shipments.
That's good to hear.
Going back to the numerous requests we've received for assistance from our allies across the galaxy, we have a potential solution. We already employ a number of incredibly skilled and resourceful individuals who could likely handle these requests, alone or in small teams. Additionally, between my contacts and Theron's, there are a number of outside assets we could recruit to fulfill our allies' needs. As we've done before, if those assets prove useful, we can bring them into the fold officially. A sort of field test, if you will.
I get the feeling you already have one of these tests in mind.
Naturally.
Our first situation is on Balmorra. They're prepping a big shipment of turbo lasers for a Republic base on Corellia. Obviously, our friends in the Empire would prefer that those cannons never get to their destination.
Commodore Pardax knows of an external asset that has plagued the Balmoran governor for years. The asset is a Twi'lek using the codename Zenith. He hates the Sith Empire intensely. But that hatred could be used to manipulate him. Pardax believes we can feed him false intelligence, convince him the turbo lasers are instead being sold to the Sith. Zenith does our work for us, and Pardax uses the opportunity to take him into custody. Rather elegant, I think.
A single shipment of turbo lasers isn't worth our time. Forget about it.
Understood. We'll move on to the other requests and submit plans as they're developed. I believe that's it for today, Commander. I'll let everyone else know what was discussed. Thank you for your time.
We could, of course, have aided the Empire, but why are we going to aid the Empire? So once again we have, or apparently are meant to have, a quiet moment. And yet it seems other situations are developing. We go from one meeting room to another. I suppose we were meant to go to that meeting once we finished the Spirit of Vengeance flashpoint. But how are we to know? I've done this once. I've done this once before, and that was years ago. So we're mostly in uncharted territory. I think there may be one other flashpoint that I'm familiar with, which is coming up. And then after that, we're in uncharted waters.
Hey, Commander. Don't know if you were expecting him, but Darth Rivix is here.
Rivix? He's here now.
Here and dying to meet with you. Alone. He was very insistent about that part. I made him wait in the operations room, said you'd meet him when you had the chance, but he said it couldn't wait.
We'll play along.
All right, I'll go there immediately.
I don't like to pretend I'm at his beck and call, but we'll play the friendly card all the time. Until we get to stab him in the back, perhaps. You have to remain cordial, after all.
Commander, it's a pleasure to see you again. I must say how thoroughly I enjoy my visits, seeing operations run so smoothly under your capable leadership.
Hyla said you wanted to see me immediately.
I did say that, didn't I? My sincerest apologies for the theatrics. I have news to share that could not wait for a formal invitation.
Of course I'm sure! I'd know that maniac anywhere! I could feel his presence before he even set foot on Dantooine. The longer you sit around, questioning what I saw, the more time he has to get away with whatever he's doing in those ruins.
Our intelligence officers have truly outdone themselves this time.
What was that?
A secret meeting with Jedi leadership, or what's left of them. This woman, Aren Lanier, claims she saw Darth Malgus enter the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine. He was missing for so long, but it seems our errant Dark Lord has finally decided to show his face. In doing so, he has deeply disappointed our Emperor.
What do you mean? Malgus isn't acting under Vauron's orders?
Whatever fool's errand Malgus is chasing on Dantooine, Emperor Vauron certainly did not sanction it, and any attempt to recall Malgus has utterly failed. Given the circumstances, the Imperial Reclamation Service proposed sending an entire excavation unit to search the ruins and apprehend Malgus. But the Emperor does not want Malgus's newfound freedom to become widespread knowledge. So, I suggested a more covert approach.
And you need me for this covert approach?
Precisely, my friend. A small task force, you, me, and a very powerful ally, would be more than capable of investigating what Malgus was up to in those Jedi ruins.
Are you going to tell me who this powerful ally is?
Even better, I'll show you.
Oh, wonderful.
Darth Krovos, your timing is as impeccable as ever.
I apologize that I couldn't be here sooner, but our forces are facing heavy resistance in the Tapani sector. I had to implement some creative measures to bolster them. I trust you've been briefed on the situation. We should depart before our window of opportunity closes.
You're going to Dantooine with us?
I'm sure I don't need to explain how dire the consequences would be if Darth Malgus has somehow gone rogue again. The severity of this mission requires my direct involvement.
Why are we going on a mission with two Sith we don't really trust?
I'm happy to have an extra pair of capable hands.
And I'm happy to provide them. We've waited long enough. If we don't get to Dantooine quickly, we'll lose Malgus's trail. I'll meet you both at the shuttle.
Darth Krovos. Isn't the Hand meant to be working outside the Dark Council's influence?
Krovos is not like the others on the Council. She is steadfast in her commitment to strengthening the Empire, not to mention her considerable combat skills. At any rate, we don't have the luxury of being choosy with our allies. Unless we seize this opportunity now, we undoubtedly risk Republic interference later. Our shuttle is waiting. After you.
You go ahead. I need to tell my people where I'm going.
I understand. I do, however, humbly ask that you keep things subtle. Remember, we don't want this news to spread too widely.
Well, hello there. And to what do I owe the pleasure of this little surprise?
There's something you need to know.
I'm all ears.
Darth Malgus was on Dantooine. He might still be. The Jedi know, and now the Empire knows. I'm accompanying two high-ranking Sith to follow Malgus's trail.
No wonder you reached out with news like that. Let me handle it from here. You do what you do best. Keep an eye on those Sith, and I'll let Master Saldarin know what's going on. Thank you, Commander.
We're not exactly going to be the Republic's lapdog either, but we're showing our good intentions after being, I wouldn't say a servant of the Empire, but certainly we've been an Imperial for a long time. A bit of reassurance will probably help them. So, indeed, we have a new flashpoint. Secrets of the Enclave. Oh, I need to switch my armor.
We're nearing our destination. A few more minutes, and we'll be planetside on Dantooine.
How are you planning to get us down without attracting the Republic's attention?
Ah, you must remember, Dantooine isn't exactly a bustling metropolis world. Their government lacks organization, and when it comes to officially sanctioned travel, let's just say it won't be difficult for a small shuttle like ours to sneak in unnoticed.
It is imperative that we do not draw attention to ourselves during this mission, Rivix. I hope you remember that.
Of course I do. We should have no trouble reaching the Enclave ruins. No trouble at all.
Ah, Dantooine. There's actually currently an event happening on Dantooine about a certain pirate group, the Nova Blades, once again causing trouble.
Weren't you saying something about no trouble?
Blast! Our window was small, but I was sure we would be the first to arrive.
It takes the Republic military ages to agree on anything, let alone act. I can't believe they've mobilized such a show of force so quickly.
Maybe if the Empire focused less on backstabbing and conspiracy, we could mobilize just as quickly.
Regardless of where the blame lies, senseless finger-pointing doesn't get us closer to Malgus. We need to think of a new plan of attack.
Well, since walking right past those Republic soldiers and possibly scaring off our quarry is clearly out of the question, might I suggest an alternate route? Years ago, many people here scavenged what they could from the Enclave ruins to make a living. Their leaders didn't exactly approve, so they built access tunnels in secret. We'll undoubtedly meet resistance from patrols, but if we find one, our chances of infiltrating the ruins would be much higher than a direct assault.
And hopefully, we'll retain at least some of this mission's secrecy.
What other choice do we have?
None, I'm afraid.
Then let's go before the Republic sends more reinforcements.
I can't recall what really happened to the Jedi Enclave on Tatooine. I'm guessing, and I could be mistaken, that it was actually Darth Malak who destroyed the Jedi Enclave during the Jedi Civil War. Well, no. Was it the Jedi Civil War? When Revan and Malak returned after the Mandalorian War. Because I believe in Knights of the Old Republic 1, and maybe even in Knights of the Old Republic 2, you may visit Dantooine. Definitely in the first game. And, I think it's already a ruin then. We do have a codex entry on scavengers. Yeah, there's a lot of, this was one of the major Jedi Enclaves, from what I recall. Scavengers. After the destruction of the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine, and the subsequent Sith occupation, the locals were relieved to see Jedi abandon the site. The citizens of Dantooine believed that if the Jedi returned, so would the gaze of the ruthless Sith who sought to destroy them. When the Sith occupation of Dantooine ended, the settlers who escaped their wrath rebuilt by salvaging the rare and unique items within the Jedi Enclave ruins. Although they didn't understand the purpose of many of the items, they knew the hefty price they would fetch that would help sustain Dantooine without Republic support. The salvaging endeavours in the Enclave continued for centuries, but the damage from heavy equipment eventually took its toll on the ruins' integrity, and the Dantooinian government cracked down on all unauthorized salvaging before phasing out official efforts altogether. Many continue to work in secret, however, rather than find a new occupation. The fall of the Eternal Empire and the renewed war between the Sith Empire and the Galactic Republic spelled the end for scavenging within the Enclave ruins, as most citizens sought to profit from the Republic's keen interest in Dantooine's agricultural potential. Yeah. Especially after the burning of, was it Agrius? Either way, we're not going to be going directly through the front lines, are we? We're trying to find another way to sneak into the Enclave.
Other than Republic soldiers, what else might we face in the Enclave?
With any luck, not much. The Enclave was destroyed centuries ago, and I'd wager most everything inside has been picked clean by scavengers. We'll surely run into a stray creature here and there, but other than that, I can't imagine we'll meet much resistance. I'm more concerned about what we won't find. I do hope Malgus's trail hasn't run cold.
It's interesting that the agent voice actor sounds like he's in a very, like the voice studio that they've put him in when recording his lines has like an echo in it. The quality, it's still a good quality microphone. But his lines are very, like, they have that echo to them. It seems we have no choice but to deal with some of the Republic scout camps and patrols. Oh, bloody hell. So we'll have a bonus. Oh, no. I thought we'd have a bonus to destroy the Republic's weapon caches. But instead we've picked up... yeah. A Tempest rocket launcher. Discharges an unstable electrical blast on impact, electrocuting nearby enemies. Was there little secrets here? Yeah, we have these dishes. For Fuzzy, Yug, and Old Crunchy. We can fill their dishes, and I guess they will join us on this in this flashpoint. So we must probably find their favorite meals, maybe by killing various creatures here. So we're not trying to get too many enemies' attention. So yeah,
for a Sith, you seem pretty knowledgeable about the history of a Republic world.
Is that really so strange? My job is to be well informed about any potential threats to the Emperor. If Malgus had resurfaced on Nal Hutta, I assure you that I would be an expert on the intricacies of Hutt politics.
Ribbit, are you admitting there's something you haven't mastered? I'm shocked.
Yeah, I kind of wish we could sneak by the Republic forces as well, but they're not giving us that opportunity. Picked up a thermal destroyer, the second most powerful and feared explosive in the galaxy. It can shear enemies with a high intensity flame. And another Tempest rocket launcher.
I believe that was all of them. Hopefully, they didn't get a chance to alert their friends.
And here is the scavenger's tunnel entrance. Just as I said.
Let's get inside then, before any reinforcements decide to investigate.
Skarkla. Did we not encounter them in Knights of the Old Republic 1 as well? They were terrorizing the Republic farmers or something. It's been a while since I played Knights of the Old Republic 1. I'm trying to remember the side quests. So many years. Getting a lot of little achievements here, but literally this is the second time we're running this flashpoint. And here's the first boss, Grawl. Making friends.
How in blazes did these creatures get here?
What was that thing? I've never seen anything like it.
A Grawl. They're not uncommon, but seeing one underground and at this size, it's completely out of the ordinary. Not to mention its little friends.
Oh, at last. At last! Someone has finally come to help me!
Tell us who you are, droid.
Oh, what? Oh, the medical droid.
I am a member of the Imperial Medical Corps designation TL-30.
What are you doing down here, droid?
Darth Malgus brought me here, ma'am.
Did you say Darth Malgus?
Yes, I did. I was tasked with tending to Lord Malgus after the Battle of the Meridian Complex. Though his wounds were severe, He escaped our medical facility. I was his hostage, but he could not have survived on his own. I kept him alive while he considered his next move. Then he brought me here.
Where is Malgus now?
I do not know, sir. I followed Lord Malgus deep into these tunnels, but we reached a crossroads, and he continued on from there, alone. He did not return. I had no choice but to find my own way out of these tunnels, but that great beast attacked me. And you made short work of it. Please, help me escape this horrible place.
We are not taking her with us. She's barely functional. She'll slow us down.
No, I don't want to go with you. I want to get out of here. All I need is a quick repair. Just enough to get me moving again. With the tunnels clear, I can manage on my own.
I'll help you. But you must help me find Darth Malgus.
Oh, thank you. Of course. Whatever you need, it is yours. Much better. Here. The data in my memory banks can show you where Darth Malgus went. Until he abandoned me. It will show you the path he took at the crossroads. I can give you a copy.
Krovos, Rivix, scout ahead, make sure there's nothing waiting for us. I'll meet you two when I've finished transferring the data.
Noted. Be quick.
I believe that's everything.
Now, I need you to transmit everything in your memory banks to Lana Beniko on Odessen. Tell her it's for our friend, Jonas. And don't speak of this to anyone.
Anything you say. I could not turn down any request from my savior.
All finished then?
I have a record of Malgus's every move in this place. We just have to figure out where he went after he left the droid.
Excellent. A new piece of the puzzle.
I would be remiss if I did not ask. But what if Malgus is still here? What do you plan to do with him?
I'm tired of dealing with Malgus. I'm ready to end him once and for all.
I don't think that's the wisest course of action. Whatever Malgus is going through, I am sure it is only temporary. I know he still desires to serve the Empire. The strength and power he offers are mighty weapons. It would be foolish to throw them away over an error in judgment.
What would you do, Lord Rivix? Were you in my place?
My duty is to support the Hand, which means supporting you. Whatever your opinion is, I defer to it.
Unsurprising. But we've idled long enough. Let's continue.
Very well. I wonder what Jonas may have planned.
If Malgus still wants to serve the Empire, Krovos, why do you think he left after Corellia?
Our failure to destroy the Meridian Complex put the Empire at a considerable disadvantage against the Republic. Fighting this war as we've always done will no longer work. Malgus understands this. I'm positive that he's searching for something that could revitalize our ways of combat. Whether or not our peers will approve of anything he finds, I cannot say.
And into the Enclave itself. Okay, we have an archaeological site. Oh! Determine the usefulness of location for future Zerka Corporation endeavors. Great. So Zerka Corporation are here. Notes. We were attacked almost immediately upon entering the ruins. The security team, was remembered a fact Keldrin for recommending them, made short work of the awful beasts, but the sheer ferocity of the creatures hindered my ability to conduct a fully comprehensive study. Even from a curiosity glance, however, it's clear that past restoration attempts have fundamentally altered the site's structure. Perhaps those who attempted to rebuild abandoned their efforts because they did not expect the sheer amount of work required. The lower levels are a lost cause altogether. It seems that we are not the first to send exploratory teams to investigate these ruins, and there is unmistakable evidence that subterranean seismic activity and unchecked scavenging have left the ruins in a state that would make complete restoration impossible. The conclusion: there is no benefit, either monetary or martial, that could be gained from occupying or restoring the ruined Jedi Enclave. From Akaya Natari. I was gonna say, I remember there being old droids within the enclaves. Oh, did he double up? I hope we're not going to have to fight two groups of every defender. Let's try to sneak on by, shall we?
It seems you were given bad intel, Rivix. This place doesn't appear to be empty.
Okay. In the depths of the Enclave ruins, ancient droid defenses have come online. Oh, okay. When the droid goes haywire, it disrupts nearby technology. There you go. Disabling the security terminal. God damn it. Oh, it's a different group of enemies. Okay. I feared that it was the same group of enemies, but it's not. Go down this way, but I want to go investigate what's back along here. Map. Right, okay, this is blocked. I see. Wait, what?
I'm a bit curious, Lord Krovos. If Malgus simply wants to bolster the Empire, what is he doing in these ruins?
I never claimed to know the details of his plans. I simply believe that what he's doing is in the best interest of the Empire. I fought next to Malgus in enough battles to trust my feelings on the matter.
Some holocrons. There is a containment cell beyond the next major room.
Hold on, someone's here. Stop right there! Don't take another step! You're outnumbered, and we know how to take down Sith. Put down your weapons and surrender, imps, unless you want to leave here in pieces.
This doesn't have to get bloody. Drop your weapons, let us pass, and forget you saw us.
This is the end of the line for you. We won't let any imps get in the way of our mission here. For the Republic!
Well, we tried. Captain Minor has the most health. Okay.
Your meddling ends here, imps!
That's enough of you! There's more where that came from!
Try and run!
Is that all you got?
Master Nares, I'm sorry. We failed.
Where do these tunnels lead? Tell us.
Minar, wait, I know you. Where's Captain Minar? Let me speak to him now.
I'll let him go, but only if you tell me what you've found here.
No! Master Nares! Don't tell them anything! Please!
I would never. I'm sorry, Captain.
How unfortunate for you.
Enough, Rivix. Let him go. I told you to stop.
My sincerest apologies. I don't know what happened. He must have been too weak to withstand anything further.
Don't ever go against my orders again. Do you understand?
I will do my very best, I assure you.
Let's figure out our next move.
I think Rivix and Krovos shared a He had a look there.
The droid said something about Malgus abandoning her at a crossroads.
Yes, she did. Can you check her recordings?
This is it. This is the place.
So we follow the same path as Malgus took in this recording.
What if Malgus knows he's being followed? What if he manipulated this recording?
A valid concern. But unfortunately, unless we want to return empty-handed, our only option is to follow where this recording leads.
Rivix is right. We've come this far.
Then we'll keep going. Just keep your guard up.
I was contemplating saying nothing to maintain the charade, but no matter. We also saw a certain Jedi that a Jedi Knight would know, that Leia Nerez. He's become a master in the time since a Jedi Knight would have last saw her. How very curious. How lovely. Why was this here exactly? I suppose it benefits the Republic if we kill this tentative before it starts ravaging the countryside. Okay. Now let us continue following the path of Darth Malgus. Heading up to the upper level of the Enclave.
Look at this place.
What were the Jedi doing here?
Altering memories, wiping minds, and other unsavory Force experiments.
Really? I didn't think the Jedi had it in them.
Rivix just came out and mentioned it. What the Jedi had. completed before. One of their rituals. Ooh. The Republic forces have triggered an explosion, preventing you and your allies from continuing your search. You must collect explosive materials and clear the debris.
We must find a way through, quickly.
I keep forgetting what the technique was called. Is it like the death of self?
How do you know so much about Jedi history, Rivix?
I told you. I wouldn't be doing my duty if I did not keep myself apprised of these important details. Even if I hadn't done my research, this place has seen so much death and turmoil. Pain felt centuries ago still resonates here, echoing through the Force. Don't you feel it, Lord Krovos?
Enough. We need to keep moving. This is the only way forward.
Whoever built this door clearly didn't want anyone snooping around in here.
But someone got in anyway. Recently, from the look of these lightsaber marks.
Then we should see what's inside. Turn around. Don't try to escape.
Or what? You'll kill me like you killed my friends?
I can feel the anger radiating from her. And look what she did to her own people. Well done, Master Jedi. Well done indeed.
How dare you? I didn't do this. I found them like this. I guess Darth Malgus couldn't show any mercy to the rest of my team. Just like you.
How do you know this was Malgus?
Don't play games with me. You're Imperials, you know this was Malgus. Tell me what he was doing here, and tell me where the relic is. I know he took it!
We don't know any more than you do, Jedi.
Don't try to manipulate me. You Sith constantly outdoing yourselves when it comes to deceit. I've seen so many dark things, and it still shocks me.
Wait. Something is wrong. Ignore the Jedi's whimpering. We should leave now.
You're not going anywhere. A transparent ploy like that won't stop me. I've faced the worst the Empire has to offer, and I return to the light. Once you're out of the way, I'll track down Malgus myself.
Don't do something you'll regret. I'm giving you a chance to escape. Don't waste it.
I'll take my chances. Finished. I'll make sure of it!
Oh, we have lots of friends. We should have maybe dealt with these people earlier. Oh, the meaties are here.
You think you scare me? Ah!
The meaties, of course, were Leia Nereza's droid companions. still very angry.
I've seen true darkness. This is nothing.
Uh-oh.
I'm not finished yet. This is it. After everything I've overcome.
I offered you a way out. Why didn't you take it?
Considering who you work for, can you blame me for being skeptical? Just get on with it.
Stop! Something is happening.
Of all the people I expected to follow me into these ruins, you, Lord Krovos, were not one of them.
What's happening? How are you doing this?
Everything you see is your own doing. The bonds we forged in battle bind us together. They allow you to see this echo of my presence. This place, all the violence and betrayal it has seen disturbs the Force. Movement through these ruins is imprinted, especially if it's born of pain and anger. Those with enough power can sense it. You may have deceived your two allies during this foolish expedition, but I know you have felt my presence all along. Don't deny it.
I wasn't going to. I want to bring you back to the Empire. You are a pillar of strength among the Sith, and we will need you to defeat the Republic once and for all.
Perhaps. But you should know, I have removed the final tool that bound me to the Emperor's will. I have done what so many Sith pretend to do but never really achieve. I have broken my chains. I will never again have a master. I will never let another rule over me. I will never return to the Empire.
I don't think you have a choice. The entire galaxy will hunt you down. Take your chances with us.
Do you think it's a coincidence that both the Republic and the Empire sent agents to Dantooine? Think, Krovos. Use that strategic mind of yours. I knew none of you could resist running to the Alliance commander for help. And I knew he could not resist coming after me, even if it meant walking right into my trap. It does not please me to see you suffer the same fate as these fools. If only you hadn't followed them here, you could have been a capable ally in what's to come.
Krovos? Krovos, what's happening?
Go, go! Malgus set a trap!
What? How do you
Go, both of you.
And so ends the flashpoint. So did Malgus use the relic, the ritual that the Jedi created to erase the psychological damage and manipulation Vaedren placed within his mind? It certainly sounds like he did. It seems he wants to go independent, this Malgus now. What does that mean for the wider galaxy? What does he have in store?
Yes, Emperor. It seems our worst fears have come true. Forgive the dramatics.
Come now, Rivix. There's no need to apologize for adding a bit of drama, if only to make this situation more bearable.
Indeed, my lord. Regretfully, Darth Krovos has confirmed our suspicions. Malgus has successfully removed all of the mechanisms we use to ensure his compliance.
And you found nothing else? What of the tome he stole from the Ossus library?
We haven't located it, my lord. And what's worse, it seems Malgus added another relic to his collection, if the containment case we found on Dantooine is any indication.
Well, that is terribly disappointing news, Lord Rivix. You certainly have your work cut out for you. I shall let you return to it.
Thank you, Emperor Vauron. We shall speak again soon. For the Empire.
Rivix.
Oh, my apologies. The briefing doesn't start for a few more minutes. I thought...
Now I should be the one apologizing, barging in on my own briefing room like that. Forgive me.
My sincerest apologies, but Emperor Vauron was growing rather impatient for an update.
What were you talking about? Something about a missing tome? This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Yes. When the Empire attacked the Jedi colony on Ossus, we compiled an extensive catalogue of the books found in the ancient library. After the assault on the colony, when the dust had settled, we discovered that one of the tomes was missing.
Why do you assume Malgus took it? Anyone could have.
I wasn't sure at first, but he was alone in that library for some time, and everyone else we suspected was searched. Going forward, I'll do my best to inform you of important information the second I know it. The stakes are too high now to justify keeping you in the dark.
What was this book he stole? And do you have any idea what he took from the Dantooine Enclave?
I don't know exactly what Malgus took from Ossus. There was so much chaos, and the library was already in such disarray when the Empire arrived. As for what was being kept down in the Enclave ruins, that is anyone's guess.
So what's the Hand's next move?
I'll arrange for agents to identify the relics that Malgus chose to take. They are our only keys to unlocking his plans. I'll also recommend that Darth Krovos deploy soldiers to investigate any Sith and Jedi ruins that Malgus might potentially target.
I expect constant updates on each of these fronts.
And you will have them. We may have come away empty-handed this time, but you will be the first to know when I discover Malgus's next move, and the Hand of the Empire will be ready for him.
Very well. Gained a new decoration crate. A small rock. Ah. Hilarious. Very well. This may be the first I've ever gotten. This may be an epilogue part. It seems that our fellow leaders in the Alliance want to update us regarding Darth Malgus and this Field Marshall Kol. But for now, we'll take a break once again. And when we come back, we will see what our fellow Alliance leaders have to say. And what we should do going forward. Because I have very little clues as to what we'll be doing going forward. I think I may have got the next bit of dialogue out of the way. I can't recall. and then I'm kind of flying blind. But, regardless, thank you all for joining me once again with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then though, take care. Bye bye now.